Taylor Swift has never been shy about weaving her personal experiences into her music, but her latest album has fans buzzing with speculation like never before. This time, the spotlight has shifted toward fellow pop star Charli XCX, and listeners are convinced there are hidden messages aimed directly at her. What started as whispers about subtle shade has grown into a full-on storm of theories, past comments, suspicious timing, and lyrical jabs that fans can't stop dissecting. Tonight, we're breaking down exactly what was said, what it means, and whether this quiet tension has become pop's next big feud. Taylor Swift's relationship with her peers has always fascinated fans, because every lyric, every move, and every friendship often turns into speculation about who she's talking about. With the release of her new album The Life of a Showgirl, Swifties were immediately on high alert. Within hours, social media exploded with theories that one of the standout tracks, Actually Romantic, was more than just a clever pop song. It was a carefully crafted response to Charli XCX. The history between these two stars isn't new. Charli actually toured with Taylor years ago, opening for her during one of her biggest runs. On paper, that should have been a career highlight. But later, Charli gave an interview where she admitted that performing in front of Taylor's audience didn't feel right for her music. She described the experience as waving to 5-year-olds, a comment that struck many Swift fans as dismissive. She clarified that she meant their audiences were simply different, and that she was grateful for the opportunity, but the comment planted seeds of tension that never fully disappeared. Fast forward to 2024, and Charli's album Brat dropped. One track in particular, Sympathy is a Knife, had lyrics that fans couldn't help but connect to Taylor. Lines about jealousy, insecurity, and not wanting to see a certain girl backstage at her boyfriend's shows immediately sparked theories. Why? Because Charli's partner, George Daniel, is a member of the 1975, the same band fronted by Matty Healy, who had a very public fling with Taylor Swift. Suddenly, people were connecting dots that suggested Charli had written about her discomfort with Taylor's presence in that chapter of her life. The lyrics painted a picture of conflict, hoping a relationship would end quickly, feeling spirals of insecurity, and resenting someone else's presence. For many, it felt like a thinly veiled reference to Taylor and her involvement with Matty. Though Charli never confirmed it, the speculation was enough to add fuel to the fire. Then came another curious moment. Taylor's team suddenly announced a UK release of the Tortured Poets department around the same time Brat was climbing the charts. Fans wondered if this was a strategic move designed to block Charli from hitting #1 in her home country. If that wasn't enough, the drama took a darker turn when some Charli fans were filmed chanting "Taylor is dead" at one of her concerts. Charli immediately condemned it, shutting it down on stage and later on Instagram, insisting she wanted no part of that energy in her fanbase. Still, the incident only reinforced the idea that something was bubbling beneath the surface between the two pop stars. So, when Taylor dropped The Life of a Showgirl, everyone was listening carefully. One lyric in Actually Romantic made the internet explode. "I heard you call me boring Barbie when that got you brave." Fans were quick to interpret this as a direct clapback at Charli. To make things even juicier, people remembered that Charli had a track called Everything is Romantic, and the similarity in titles was too perfect to ignore. To many, it seemed like Taylor was not only responding to Charli's supposed shade, but deliberately playing with her song titles to make a point. The rest of the lyrics only fueled speculation. Taylor sings about someone who mocked her, hoped her ex would ghost her, and spent too much energy talking about her. She flips the script by calling all of that effort actually romantic, framing the alleged obsession as a form of twisted devotion. For fans, it read like Taylor reclaiming power and turning negativity into proof of her influence. Social media couldn't get enough. Memes, theories, and debates flooded Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit. Some joked that Taylor was dancing to Charli's music at the Grammys while secretly preparing this lyrical clapback. Others pointed to a comment left by Matty Healy's fiancée, Gabriette, on a parody video about Taylor's album, where she mentioned the title Actually Romantic before it was released. That added a layer of intrigue. Did people in their circle know the song was targeting Charli all along? Still, the story isn't one-sided. Charli's fans argue that she never intended to attack Taylor directly, pointing out that her lyrics could be about general insecurities rather than one specific person. They also highlight how women in music are often pitted against each other, with the media amplifying conflict that may not even exist. Charli herself has avoided adding fuel to the speculation, never confirming nor denying the theories. This is what he always comments, and here's the response. I heard you call me boring Barbie, when the C********s got you brave. High-fived my ex and then you said you're glad he ghosted me. Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. Some people might be offended / but it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me / it's honestly wild. All the effort you've put in / it's actually romantic. I really got to hand it to you. No one has ever loved me like you do / I hadn't thought of you in a long time. But you keep sending me funny valentines. And I know you think it comes off vicious. But it's precious, adorable / like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts. How many times has your boyfriend said, why are we always talking about her? Meanwhile, Taylor herself hasn't directly acknowledged the drama either. In interviews about the life of a showgirl, she's emphasized how the album is largely joyful and inspired by her current happiness, particularly her relationship with Travis Kelce. But she also admitted there are songs with bite on the album, songs born from drama that someone else dragged into her consciousness.
Reflects your mood, which is, I think you're probably feeling quite giddy.
Yeah.
I think you're feeling bright and happy and sweary, which I really liked in some of the tracks on the album.
Yeah.
It's big, happy pop.
Yeah.
And you're in love.
Yeah.
You are. It's kind of gross.
No, it's not.
It's sickeningly.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's lovely.
Not, I don't know what you heard.
No.
It's not that kind of album.
No, but it's lovely and bright and happy. But it's
also got teeth to it.
It absolutely has.
So like I'm proud of that too, because it's a full picture of like the full life experience, which for me is like there's always some element of drama that someone is forcing into my consciousness, which is fun to write about too.
But not everyone has been loving the album though. There's certainly.
For fans, that was as close to confirmation as they were going to get that some tracks carried a hidden edge, even if she wasn't naming names. The fan reactions to the album as a whole have been mixed.
Okay, just finished the album. Holy shit. Literally, nothing was what I expected. The life of a showgirl, everything I thought was gonna happen was turned on its head, with the exception of Wood. I thought that one would be horny, and it in fact was. Absolutely loved it and listened to it about 15 more times.
Y'all never let albums marinate. I swear. Once I listened to The Life of a Showgirl, I was like, I'm going to bed now. Because what I'm not going to do is go in comment sections and be like, oh, it's horrible. I absolutely hate it. Worst album on the planet. Y'all gotta go to bed. Like, I swear people did this for Tortured Poet.
Some hail it as one of her most playful, witty projects in years, loving the contrast between happy love songs and sharp, tongue-in-cheek tracks like Actually Romantic. Others, however, criticized parts of the album for being too childlike or lacking depth compared to her previous work. Regardless, the controversy surrounding who she may or may not be singing about has kept it at the center of pop culture conversations. What makes this situation so fascinating is how it encapsulates the modern music industry. Today, albums aren't just collections of songs, they're cultural events dissected line by line, with fans hunting for clues about real-life drama. Theories spread like wildfire, shaping narratives that sometimes take on a life of their own, whether or not the artists involved ever intended it. At the end of the day, Taylor Swift and Charli XCX may not actually be enemies. They may never directly confirm or deny the stories fans are building. But in a way, that mystery is part of the allure. The possibility of hidden shade, the suspicion of quiet rivalries, and the thrill of lyrical Easter eggs all keep fans engaged long after the music drops. It's not just about what's sung, it's about what's unsaid, and what listeners believe is being whispered between the lines.